Call of Duty Zombies has to be at least a little bit creepy for me to enjoy it. And I think that's a common belief held across all zombies players, at least for the circles that I fall into. For you it may be something different, but to me, Call of Duty Zombies has to be creepy. And I feel like no other map really gets that down and packed like Kino Der Toten. It has the perfect appreciation of gameplay while also trying to scare you and be creepy. And I think that's something that's just kind of fallen out in later zombies maps. But for Kino, it is terrifying. The debris all over the floor and the blood on the walls, it all just clashes together to make something that is perfectly eerie. All the broken down pieces of equipment make you feel like this place was lived in, but abandoned and taken over by the zombie infestation. And all of the creepy writing on the walls, "Beware the Six," strewn about in the spawn room, just amplifies that there's something that you need to be aware of. Every new room you step into is a brand new atmosphere, at least to me. The spawn room has the energy of decayed rotting, like you weren't supposed to see this place after it was abandoned by the Nazi party. The room just after the spawn room kind of gives you a glimpse into what this place looked like beforehand. It's not as rotting and as decayed as the spawn room, but still has that same feeling as to not feel out of place. The character's portrait on the wall really seals it in that this is a place that is alive and living. And the map bounces between these two aesthetics very well. You kind of fall in between abandoned and up and running. But all of these aesthetics are immediately dropped by the minute you walk into the stage. The stage is so terrifying. You turn on the power, the red curtain literally opens, and you walk out onto the stage where people had watched plays occur. You see the destroyed seats and everything inside of them. This place isn't alive anymore. The plays aren't happening. This is death embodied. Though before you turn on the power, you get a look behind the curtain, literally, at the Nazi secretism that went on here. A teleporter sporting the Nazi symbol, along with all the electrical equipment, just show what the Nazi party was up to at this location, and more specifically what Group 935 was up to at this location. Everywhere in this map has a certain feel to it, and you can feel the sense of dread that is approaching you every time you open a new door. Even though I've played this map 100,000 times, I'm never quite ready to open up that next door, just because I know exactly what's on the other side, but it's still that dread, that creepiness, that ears throughout Kino Der Toten. Cracks across the walls and blood thrown on every single surface you can imagine just seals this as the theater of the dead. And I think the gameplay exemplifies this too. The constant barricades. There's never a place where you're safe in Kino Der Toten. There isn't a room in Kino Der Toten where you're safe from the zombie infestation that has taken over the theater. There's always zombies rushing in, trying to get to you as their favorite meat sack. And no matter what you do, they're always coming towards you. Everything about this map feels like it's not supposed to be there, or that we were never supposed to see this theater like this. It's a glimpse into the decay of human structures, the decay of everything that we've ever built, while also being a glimpse into the Nazi occultism that went on in the zombie storyline. I mean, everywhere you look, there's a swastika. Every new room, there's another Nazi symbol strewn across the walls, showing you that they've taken over, and that this place is no longer just a theater. It's now a base of operations for the worst regime to ever grace mankind. And that really terrifies you. At least, it kinda terrifies me. I don't know, maybe you have an iron will. And the zombies themselves really aren't helping. They're all wearing Nazi uniforms, and I feel like this map being placed on Black Ops 1 really helped it, because every time you shoot a zombie, their arm is flying off, their legs are getting shot off, and everything about that just kind of screams that you're ripping apart a human corpse. But hey, I mean, whatever you gotta do to survive, right? Kino just always felt like one of the creepiest maps ever to me, and I really wanted to express that in this video, and I hope I was able to get across to you why I think this is one of the creepiest maps of all time, and why I also love it. If you appreciated my semi-reasonable look into Kino Der Toten, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. It really does help me out a ton, and yeah, I think that will be it from me. So, bye.